computer. All right, let's get started. Ryan, you're first.
Okay. Enterprise environmental factors refer to both internal and external environmental factors that surround or influence project success. All of the following are true about these factors except A, enterprise environmental factors include organizational culture, structure, and processes. B, enterprise EFs include government or industry standards such as regulatory agency regulations, codes of conduct, product standards, quality standards, and workmanship standards. C, EFs include information technology software, example, and automated tools such as scheduling software tool, configuration management system, and information collection and distribution system or web interfaces to other online automated systems. D, EFs exclude personal administration functions, example, staffing and retention guidelines, employee performance reviews and training records and time tracking, because these are considered to be functions of the Human Resources Department. Okay, EFs refer to both. All the following are true about these factors except this is true. I am thinking C.
Okay, we have one for C. One more choice anyone else has?
I was gonna lean with D.
Okay, we have D. Anyone else? There's something in the chat. Let's see what's in the chat. And then for the chat, no worries. If you, whatever answer you answer, just make sure you put the number before your answer. It keeps me normal. Okay, so we have another C. Alrighty. I don't know why I think it's A, but let's see what the answer is. And this is probably straight definition that we just don't remember and it's confusing us. But the answer is D. Go to the right page 38 next to it. Enterprise environmental factors refer to conditions not under the control of the project team that influence, constrain, or direct the project. EEFs are considered inputs to most planning processes. May enhance or constrain project management options and may have a positive or negative influence on the outcome. EEFs vary widely in type of nature. These factors need to be considered if the project is to be effective. EEFs included but are not limited to the factors we saw below. Okay, so the answer is D.
Okay.
Yay. Okay.
Yeah, because specifically, whatever, like human resources is employee, whatever stuff is, I think it's an internal EEF, if you look at it.
Internal EEF.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm thinking, and I guess that's why there's a whole session on OPAs and EEFs, right? Okay. And usually I'm thinking outside is external. Like, I don't know why. It's like you know the external one more than you know the internal one. Or I do.
Right.
Okay, so 22, Heather.
Okay, the types of project management office structures and organizations include all the following except supportive PMOs that provide a consultative role to projects by supplying templates, best practices, training, access to information, and lessons learned from other projects. Controlling PMOs that provide support and require compliance through various means. Harmonizing PMOs that strive to reduce conflict and improve harmony among project team members. Or directive PMOs that take control of the projects by directly managing the project. So the my answer is C, because there is no such thing as a harmonizing PMO.
I agree with you. So we have 2 answers on the table. Anyone else has a different one?
Okay, I can go with C.
Wonderful. The answer is C. Just like what Heather said, you know, I saw supportive, I saw harmonized, I saw control, and I saw directive. I never saw harmonizing in my life. Okay, Tasha. A primary function of a project management office is to support project managers in a variety of ways, which may include all of the following except A, intervening in project execution directly and without involving the project manager. B, managing shared resources across all project administrated by the PMO. C, identifying, developing project management methodology, best practice and standards. D, coaching, mentoring, training, and oversight. I think the answer is A.
A. Yeah, I was also gonna say the same.
Yes, A.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we're on a roll today. It is Friday. We are right.
So it is Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Okay, we have Sid.
Okay. All of the following are potential information in organizational knowledge repositories except, okay, metrics used to collect and make available measurement data on processes and products. B, configuration management. C, tacit knowledge of previous projects such as project performance data and lessons learned. D, issues and defect management data. Potential information. Okay, configuration management metrics used to collect. Okay, this is a bit of a zinger. Repositories. Okay. I don't know. I'm leaning towards B, configuration management.
Okay.
And
yeah,
my reasoning is,
Yeah, what's your reasoning?
So my reasoning is, you know, since it's not a registry, it's a repository. So I think configuration management would be something that's there in like a registry or a register. And the others would be, you know, something that you can actually like pile up and put it up in a repository once it's done. I mean, that's just what I think, yeah.
Seema's going with A. Okay. Anyone else? I don't know.
I'm thinking B because all the others look like they would be in a repository.
Okay. I don't know why. I have a question on tacit knowledge. Isn't tacit knowledge like something that you can't really write down? It's like just what you have learned through the process of some things. Like it's in your mind.
Actually, I forgot what the exact definition was myself.
Well, I wasn't sure what tacit means either. I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking the same thing, but it looked like something that I read in the pinball.
Tasha, bang on. It's exactly that. You know, it's difficult to articulate. It's personal knowledge that is difficult to articulate and share, such as beliefs, experiences, and insights.
Yeah, and I guess is that supposed to be in the repo if you really can't explain it? But I guess you could write it down. So I don't know which one to go with. I'm gonna say C. Sounds so far out there, but obviously I guess you could write it down, and that's why people write books, right? This is gonna be hard. So except, I guess I'll go with B. I'm still torn on C. I guess I'll go with B.
B and C, right?
Okay, so guess what? The answer is C.
Oh, okay.
Well, I thought you were going with C.
I should have went with C.
I thought you were going with C.
I should have went. So the reason being on page 41, section 232, that's where we could find it. And configuration management knowledge repo is actually a thing. So now we know that configuration management is actually a thing.
Right.
But tacit knowledge is personal and difficult to express, and is generally not found in organizational knowledge repositories. One of the important purposes of knowledge management is to transform tacit knowledge into explicit knowledge, which can then be stored in repositories.
Right.
Answer C. Okay, we're gonna read it for Seema. Okay, all of the following are external environmental factors, except A, legal restrictions, B, organizational values and principles, C, competitive movements, D, economic conditions. This goes to
Yes, legal restrictions, competitive conditions, external. I think external, right? That's specifically what they're asking. External, I'm gonna go with B.
It's not your turn, it's Seema's turn.
Oh, right. Oh, she hasn't answered yet. Oh, I thought she had put it up in the chat. Has she? No, she hasn't.
She's between B or C, so she's gonna go with B. Okay, and Heather's going with B. Okay, so Sid, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking B. I'm thinking B as well.
Right.
All right, we have a lot of B's today. B's. All right, so the answer is B.
Right. Yes.
And they keep on going back to EES refer to conditions not under the control of the project team that influence, constrain, or direct the project. Okay. I guess organizational culture, structure, and governance is example include vision, mission, values, beliefs, cultural norms, leadership styles, hierarchy, and authority relationships, organizational styles, ethics, and code of conduct. Okay. Yeah, people just got to study that. Okay. Answer. 26. It's Ryan's turn.
Okay. OPAs influence the management of projects. Which of the following best describes the important categories of OPAs? A, organizational knowledge bases and processes, policies, procedures, tools, and techniques. C, organizational knowledge bases, processes, policies, and procedures. Or D, organizational knowledge bases, tools, and techniques. Organizational process assets, organizational knowledge bases and process.
Right, Roxy.
Policies. I am thinking, I'm thinking C, I go with C.
Okay, Ryan, we have a C. Heather, Sid, Heather, we have a B. Let's see. So we have B.
I'm going with C as well, Ryan's answer.
C. Okay, so Letitia, welcome. Then we have Seema, and then we have who else? Oh, Sid. Okay, so it's between B and C. Okay, it's actually a lot more C than B. Organizational knowledge bases, policies. So my thing about C and D, I don't know, this knowledge base thing, organization. I'm gonna go with Heather and say B. I just feel like that something sounds off about that. Okay, so 26 is C. Yay!
Okay.
On page 39, organizational process assets are the plans, policies, procedures, and knowledge base specific to and used by the performing organization. They may be grouped into two categories. So that's the thing. Policy processes, and procedures. And the second category is organizational knowledge base. What is an organizational knowledge base?
Those are all the repositories, right? All of them put together.
Okay, how many repositories are there? I thought there was one.
No, I think there are quite a few, like everything, like for all these different, like risk repositories, resources. I think so. I'm not entirely completely sure if that's right.
Okay.
Because like, yeah, no, it's because, you know, like all the register, like it's kind of like registers are being created like on the spot as you're going through the project. And once it's done, you take all those registers and you just like, you know, file them up as repositories. That's what I thought.
All right. I mean, and then you're probably thinking, right?
Mm-hmm. Probably.
Okay, so let's see. Who do we have next? 27. I lost my place in line.
I think I'm next, Heather.
Okay, good.
The organization's processes and procedures for conducting project work during project initiation and planning include all the following except pre-approved supplier list, traceability matrices, tailoring guidelines for project management processes and procedures, or product and project life cycles and methods and procedures. Okay. Initiation and planning. I forgot what a traceability matrix is. Okay.
I did too. But I feel like that's the answer, maybe.
That's what I'm thinking, because the rest are, yeah, I'm going to go with B.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with B too.
Seconded.
Okay. This is the one that we're unanimously agreeing on.
Mm-hmm. I think everyone's going with B.
Yeah, the answer is B. Okay, so let's see what B is. So
traceability matrices are those, right? You basically have your connection between your like actual deliverables that you know, realize and where they exactly originated. It's something like that.
I mean, my guess is as good as your guess. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We need to note this, that we need to actually try to definish shit out about that.
No, because traceability matrix in itself is a generic term. So you have like specific traceability matrices.
Yeah.
Like risk traceability and all that stuff, resource and whatnot.
It's part of requirements. I just looked it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, inquiring minds do not really want to know, but I will trust y'all and I'll look it up some other time in life. Okay, next is me. Alrighty. The organization's process and procedures for conducting project work during executing, monitoring, and control include all the following except A, change control procedure, B, issue and defect management procedures, C, resource availability control and assignment management, D, project closing guidelines. I'm going to go with C.
Yeah, I'm going to go with C too.
Wonderful. I feel like the exam does a lot of that question of except, like all of these are right, except.
Yeah, I hear this.
Okay, let's see what we have.
Executing, monitoring, and control.
28.
I don't know.
What do you think?
Oh,
I was leaning towards D.
yeah, closing.
Because I just reread the question again and I decided to go with D.
Okay, yeah.
I can go with D too.
Yeah, why?
No, it's because everything else, like it's executing and monitoring and control, right?
Yeah.
So those are those two processes. And why would you need closing guidelines during that time? You don't need it.
That's a good point. Huh. Okay, let's see what the answer is. The answer is D.
Right.
Page 40 to 41, section 2.31. 2.3.
Well, think about it. While you're executing, you could have a change in assignment of resources. So the rest, I think A, B, and C is all part of the monitor and controlling process group, and then project closing is in its own, you know, kind of realm.
Exactly. Yep. And then I think on that page 40 to 41, they actually write down traceability matrices too. Okay. Sid.
All right. So projects operate within constraints imposed by the organization through their structure and governance framework. The system factors include all of the following except A, management elements, B, governance framework, C, organizational structure types, D, project management processes. Okay, operate within constraints imposed by the organization. Structure and governance framework. The system factors all except. Okay.
System factors.
Yeah, that's. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with D, project management processes, because I think everything else is a part of deciding, you know, the structure and the framework that's needed. My answer is D.
Okay. Wonderful. Okay. Unanimous. 29 is D.
Right.
Okay, we have Seema's turn. Okay, Seema. The interaction of the various system components creates the organizational culture and capabilities that are important for projects. Which role is typically responsible for establishing the system? A, organization's management, B, project sponsor, C, project manager, D, project team.
Which role is typically establishing the system?
That's a real system.
Ah.
Which role is to establish the system?
Oh. I actually got in two minds for this one.
Which role is typically responsible for establishing the system? The system is the all thing that governs everything.
Everything put together, like the hierarchy and what kind of functionalities that.
I go with A.
Two.
Okay. Wonderful people. We have A, Ryan, Heather, Tasha. We have.
You can put me up as well.
Seema. And then we have A, Tisha, Sid. Okay, so the answer is, drum roll please. I don't know the answers. Let me see. 30 is A. Systems are typically the responsibility of an organization's management. The organization management examines the optimizational trade-offs between the components and the system in order to take the appropriate action to achieve the best outcome for the organization. The result of this examination will impact the project under consideration. Okay. Go to the next one. Answer. Yeah, this is actually 2.4-ish, right? We talk about evidence.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
31 is right.
My turn. Okay. Governance is a framework within which authority is exercised in organizations. This framework includes all of the following components except A, rules, B, policies, C, techniques, D, relationships. That was the framework. Sorry, these. Rules, policies, techniques. I am thinking D.
Okay. Anyone
Yep.
else has a thought?
I'm going with D as well because the other three actually seem to be. I think they mentioned, you know, governance includes all of these.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Right.
Me too.
Okay, so we have Ryan, we had Sid, we have Heather. All right, so my question is, you know, what we're saying, which one it isn't? You're saying it's not D. Okay.
Yeah.
But I swore I saw relationships when I was reading yesterday. I don't think I saw techniques.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with techniques. We'll see. 31, the answer is C.
Aha.
Ah.
Okay.
Page 43.
Yeah, it's all mentioned in one. Right. Relationships are there. Yes.
Governance is the framework within which authorities exercise in organizations. This framework includes, but is not limited to, rules, policies, procedures, norms, relationships, systems, and processes. This framework influences how objectives of the organization are set and achieved. Risk is monitored and assessed, and performance is optimized. Specific techniques are low-level details, not usually specified by governance. That was the key, low-level details. Okay, 32 is, oh, we have breakage. Okay. Sorry, let me realign this to make it more friendly or Tasha friendly. I could have just made it smaller. Okay, 32. This
Okay.
is Heather?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Which of the following best describe management elements? Management elements are the components that comprise the key functions or principles of general management in the organization. Management elements are the project management principles that guide how projects are executed in the organization. Management elements are established by PMOs to guide project implementation, or management elements are influenced by the governance framework established for effective implementation of projects. Okay, management elements. I'm leaning toward A.
Okay.
Yep. I think it's a direct definition of what management elements are.
Yeah, A for all. A for everyone.
Okay. Why am I torn between A and B? Yeah, management elements principles. Yeah, an example of a managed element. Yeah, I'll just say A with the rest of y'all. I'm gonna follow. Peer pressure works. The answer is A. The answer is A. All right. So it's pretty cool. This got into also 2.4. And so that goes into some of the questions we'll do today. The next page we have is a couple for 2.4 organizational systems. I actually made these up. And so we'll see how it goes. So Let's see. Let me put this back in the chat so whoever needs to look for it. And whose turn is it now? My turn? Heather just went. Yes, Tasha. So the project manager needs to understand what 4 things in order to operate effectively and efficiently in the governance framework. A, responsibility, accountability, rules, procedures. B, norms, relationship, policies, authority. C, responsibility, accountability, authority. D, norms, responsibility, procedures. I should say what things get for. I actually know the answer, so y'all should
I'm
get.
going to say it's definitely not C or D because they just have 3 each.
I took out 4.
That was a giveaway, right?
Yeah.
So which
norms.
See, this gonna go. I know. I was like, let me make up some questions.
I don't know. Straight off the bat, I was thinking A.
Okay.
Yeah. Same here. Specifically because we had that question previously, right? Whereby we took off techniques, like that was the answer. So that's why. Responsibilities is there, rules is there. Not sure about accountability though.
I don't like the word rules though. There's procedures and processes, but not rules. Like.
Okay,
No,
so
but it's let's see what it could be.
I'm just saying.
Letitia has like C and A. like, all right, my smart people. Page 42.
Okay, I'll choose A, B, C, and D.
Page
You
page 42 first paragraph. So the answer is actually C. And
Okay.
the first
Whoa.
paragraph, you could read it. I had to take out the 4. That was a trick question. It's my first time. All these questions might not be good. But the answer is to operate effectively and efficiently, the project manager needs to understand where responsibility, accountability, and authority reside within the organization. So Heather was right about rules did not sound good. Everything else.
Okay.
Try to trick us, huh?
Listen, I couldn't find a lot of questions on this specific, just the chapter itself. So I was like, let me just make some up. Okay, so Sid, your turn.
Right. Okay, so James is a new project manager at Acme Company. James is wondering how to go about navigating the dynamics of the workplace and the governance documents. He sees the following items listed. What management element does not belong in the governance document? A, clear path for escalation of decisions. B, authority is given to perform work. C, discipline of action. D, unity of direction. I'm gonna go with A, clear path for escalation of decisions, because I don't think, wait, are policies actually part of the governance document?
Yes.
Okay, then I think A should be the thing. Okay, if that's the case, then yeah, I'd like to change my answer and go with C, discipline of action.
Okay, so Sid, what answer are you going with?
Yeah, I'm going with C, discipline of action.
Okay. Anyone else has a thought?
In a governance document.
I'm going with A.
Okay, we have an A. Okay.
I'm not sure. That's one of those ones I will mark to come back to.
So here is definitely 2 different sections I looked at. I looked at the management elements section on page 44, and I looked at the factors in organization structure selection. So Seema is right. The answer is A.
Okay.
It was my initial thought, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, this is just straight definition. I'm not sure about any of this either, so.
No, I thought escalation of decisions would probably fall under, like management policies or, governance policies. That's why.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't sure, because I was trying to remember the definition of governance. And
yeah, actually, do we have what the exact definition for governance would be?
So I Googled governance, and the definition that I saw was governance. First, the governance is the manner in which power is exercised in the management of a country's economic and social resources for development. In this case, governance is the way it works, I guess, at the company at the lowest level. They don't specifically say governance. Let me look at back in the definition. But it's just managerial and how the organization, it's run by the management team, right? That's what I pulled from it. And I tried to Google governance PMI. I didn't see anything. Do y'all have any ideas of an exact definition?
Governance? No, I have to look it up.
Yeah, I Googled.
Okay.
A lot.
And in my mind, it was more like, like stipulations or, like set of predefined rules and regulations.
Yeah.
It's basically made up either by the PMO or, no, actually not even the PMO, by the organization.
By the organization, yeah, exactly.
It says governance is the framework, functions, and processes that guide activities in project, program, and portfolio management. And that's from PMI.
Yeah.
So that was so that's specifically to govern the PMO or the project execution, and not specifically the entire organization.
Yeah.
So
So
that sounds like project governance.
yeah, project
But
governance refers to the framework, functions, and processes that guide project management activities in order to create a unique product, service, or result to meet organizational, strategic, and operational goals. There is no one governance framework that is effective in all organizations.
Right. Yeah, it refers to framework. Found it.
So I'm gonna put a star next to this because this question was probably ambiguous, and I'm probably gonna put it out there into the world of how to get it phrased better. But when I looked at management elements, according to this governance framework and its organizational structure type, and then there's another thing to look at, numerous factors for inclusion in its organizational structure. The structure and the framework, organizational structure. I gotta be able to differentiate that better. All right, let's circle back to that. I'll probably ask Marcus or someone in one of those groups. Okay, let's see if we could get the second one. Third one is Seema.
Third one.
I'll read it. You are a project manager newly assigned to a project by your sponsor. Your sponsor shares with you that you will need to identify and develop project management methodology, best practices, and standards for the project. Who should you go to first in order to get help? A, subject matter expert. B, stakeholders. C, project management office. D, no one. It is your job to do what the sponsor says.
Certainly not D.
Wait, it's all of them. Identify and develop the methodology, best practices.
Who should you go to? Okay. Shares with you that you will need to identify and develop project management methodology, best practices, standards for the project. Okay. I can go with C.
Wonderful. The answer is C. That's the definition of a PMO. Okay, that was on page 49. Okay, 4.
All right.
It's Ryan.
Okay. A functional manager manages the project budget in each of the following organizational structure types, except for which one? A, functional centralized. B, weak matrix. C, multi-divisional. And D, strong matrix. Functional manager manages the project budget. Strong. C or D. Multi-divisional. Yeah, between C and D, yeah. I say C.
Okay.
I'll go with C as well, yeah.
We have a C. Letitia, we have a C. Do we have another?
I'm going with D.
We have a D. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think there is such a thing as multi-divisional, so I'm gonna go with D.
I just had that thought too, you know.
I'm like, what is that?
I just had that thought. It was like multi-divisional.
All right, my smart people. The answer is D. And yes, there is multi-divisional. Check page 47. Check the chart.
Oh, right, it's there. Yeah, but again, the PM has got like very little.
Yeah, afterwards it was like multi-divisional.
We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. This is wonderful. Okay, we're up to Heather, 5.
Okay.
Wait. Let me check. Wait, hold on. Close your eyes. Okay, wait, let me stop.
Champion's juice, what is that? Are we doing a cleansing?
Okay, I got to correct the question. That together. I forgot what the question was. Okay, no, I don't. I have this. And I was so proud of this question too. Oh, here it is. Yeah. I messed up that question, didn't I? Champion's juice. I don't know what champion's juice was.
Now, I think we can just reframe it as, like, what are the different, like, characteristics of a system? Like, which of them is true except, all of them are true except. If you look at the options that are
No, I want to get it right for y'all.
there.
Okay. 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 Okay, I fixed it. I think I fixed it. If I don't, it's okay. It's my first time doing this. And I did it really late. So I have excuses, but tomorrow I will not have an excuse. Okay, okay, no, Monday. We're not here tomorrow. All right, your turn.
Okay, number 5, right?
Yes.
A system is a collection of various components that together can produce results not obtainable by the individual components alone. The interaction of the various the interaction of the various system components creates the organizational culture and capabilities. All the choices below is an example of what a system is, except which one? Systems are relationships. Systems can be optimized. Systems and their components cannot be optimized at the same time, or systems are nonlinear and responsiveness. Okay, what a system is.
In responsiveness.
Oh, okay. Nonlinear, okay. Okay, I don't know, I'm leaning towards C.
Okay. We have a C.
I'm going with A.
Okay, we have an A.
All the choices below is an example of what a system is, etc. Systems are relationships.
A for me as well.
Yeah.
Because everything else is like, the characteristics of the system, the other 3 options.
I'll go with A too, even though we were burned by the last relationship.
Ouch! Ouch! That hurt.
The last relationship burned me.
Yeah, this is the answer is A, and you could check page 42. It lists everything a system is. So A, systems, the relationship just came from the governance framework, which you were burnt from before. Absolutely. Oh, this is hard. It's hard creating questions for people. I'm telling you, this is a lot of work. Okay, 6 is not me. So Sid, your turn.
I guess, yeah, okay. So you're in charge of a directive PMO and reviewing prior project documentation when you notice many inconsistencies. You're concerned that the project managers in your organization are not fully implementing the OPAs and incorporating lessons learned. Which of the following is not included in the business documents? Okay, A, business need, B, cost benefit analysis, C, project implementation plan, D, benefits management plan. Okay, business documents. Okay. I'm gonna go with C, because I think your project implementation plan would come further along the line. It won't be part of the business document that is used to create the charter. I mean, that's what I think.
Okay, so the answer is C.
I'm going with C. It's C, right? Okay. Yay.
So this came from.
And was my reasoning right, Tasha, behind it?
Both the business need and cost benefit analysis are contained within the business case, which is part of the business
right. Okay.
input to develop project charter.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Along with the business management plan. Okay, got it.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I did 5 questions like creating. I was like, okay, I gotta just pull some other questions for y'all. But the creation process was a good one. All right, so Seema's turn. 7, you are in the beginning stages of a new project. You have tight deadline and need to expedite the planning process. Which of the following is the best source of information for your project during the initiation process group? A, business plans. B, historical information. C, talking with your sponsor. D, the project charter.
You have deadlines and need to expedite the planning process. Ooh.
I'll take
All right, choice, folks, choice. We have 7 more minutes.
which of the following best source of information for your project during the initiation process.
Maybe
Basic
she's
plans,
not.
historical, maybe charter.
It's charter. So we're going with the project charter. So let's go with the project charter.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
thinking D.
Okay. The answer.
Because it encompasses the other, right?
Oh, it's D. Okay.
It's B or D? B, really?
It's B.
Okay. Huh. I was going with D because I thought the charter would already contain, both the business plan as well as the historical information. That was my reasoning.
Because if you're at the planning stage, you've already passed that chart. You should have already passed the charter.
The charter doesn't show you how to expedite, though. Like if there's issues, it doesn't give you that information.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if you look at past projects and you had to have an escalation, you can always look in there to say, hey, what did they do in this situation? Who did they escalate to?
Fair enough.
I mean, that's what I see. I don't know.
That will help us remember this for the next time. Okay, wonderful. Let me have 2 more. So yeah, we only have 2 more, and then we'll be good. Oh my God, we got a lot of work done today. Okay, okay, I felt like we got a lot of work done today. Is it my turn? No, it's Ryan. Let's go, Ryan.
Okay. Which of the following best describes organizational governance? A, the process of continually refining plans, features, and specifications. B, organizational and structural arrangements at all levels of the organization designed to determine and influence the behavior of the organization's members. C, the application of knowledge, skills, tools, and techniques to governance documents to meet project requirements. D, determines the power, influence, interests, competence, and political capabilities of the people who are able to act within the system. Which are the following best organizational governance? The application of knowledge determines. I'm thinking B too. The process. Yeah, I'm thinking B.
Yes, that's the answer. Page 43. Sorry. Okay. I think that's the one I created. I don't know. What's the next one? Heather.
Okay. Okay, how do you determine the appropriate organizational structure type to have at your organization? Clear communication channels and the safety of people in the workplace, organizational structure types available and optimization of them in the organization, authority is given to perform work and the CEO of values, general goals of the organization and management elements. You determine. Not C. Okay, how do you determine the appropriate organizational structure? General goals, organization, and management element. Yeah, I'm gonna go with A or D, but I'm gonna go with D, I think.
Okay, the answer is B. Page
Oh.
45.
Organizational structure.
Page 45. And then what, we're up to 10, and that could go to 6.
Okay, so what behavior occurs when multiple changes happen within the system and between the system and its environment? A, the governance framework needs to be changed. B, adaptive behavior occurs within the components. C, predictive methodology behavior is used. D, project objectives are changed. Okay, what behavior occurs when multiple changes happen within the system and between the system and the environment? I'm gonna go with B, but it's
Like B.
only if, you know, like you have an agile methodology in place.
Yeah, I kind of like B too.
Yep, B is the
Right.
answer.
Okay.
And that's on page adaptive. I don't know what page it is, but I know B was the answer, so I'm proud of myself for creating the question. Okay, that being said, folks, this sheet you do have. I feel like your homework for the weekend should be look at the previous, at least each of what we have read, like try to create one question for each section, just yourself. Like, I feel like a lot of learning will happen because of that. Feel free to send it to me, or feel free to not. I feel like I just want to make sure we start understanding that when we read and we do a Q&A, that's great. Well, let me stop recording because everybody doesn't have to hear this.